Have you ever felt overwhelmed by your clutter, but thought about the KonMari method and said, that's even more overwhelming to me. I can't pile my stuff all over my house. I don't have the time. I don't have the energy. It cranks up my anxiety. If that's you, then stay tuned for today's interview. I'm going to be talking with a friend about her experience with setting a goal and then tackling it for 40 days. Well, I'm excited to introduce to you today my friend Veronica. She has agreed to share with you her very neat experience. It was a big goal that you set. So I'm excited for her to share that story with you. To just start our interview today, I have a question for you that is off the questions I gave her in advance. So first of all, why didn't the shrimp share his treasure?
I have no idea.
Because he was a little shellfish. Well, Veronica is someone that I first got to know because you were leading a mom's group that a friend invited me to. That was a time in my life where I was really overwhelmed, just really struggling. So she has played a big role speaking life into me. And what I love about you is that you seem so intentional with your life. And that's what helps people stay out of survival mode, is an intentionality. I'm excited for you guys to get to know her a little bit through her story today. And
well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Wasn't expecting that.
So one day I was actually driving to your house and I saw you putting a bunch of stuff into your truck. And I thought, oh wow, she must be, I knew you had plans that day, so I was like, she must be packing for the beach, because your family likes the beach a lot, right? You were smiling, and tell me what you said after you said no, it wasn't for the beach.
I was packing up some stuff that I had collected because I was collecting 40 things a day for Lent for 40 days. And I was packing them up to take them to the donation site and just excited about getting rid of some things. That was really makes me happy.
Yeah, you seemed really happy at the time. And I heard it so quickly that I thought you said 40 things. You were just donating 40 things. And I thought, wow, that's pretty good. But no, you said 40 things for 40 days.
Yes.
Okay. That's really impressive. That's a big goal. So what brought that into your mind to do?
I had heard on the radio that was somebody's Lent. They were going to get rid of one thing a day for 40 days. And I thought, wow, that's good. But I thought I could do more than that because I've been married for over 40 years, so I have a lot of things. And I had more, and it was like, okay, I'll do 40 from now on. It's been quite an experience.
Okay.
I've enjoyed it.
Good. That's awesome. Well, I've heard you said the word Lent, and in my understanding, that is a Christian practice that you focus less on the physical things for a period of time, focusing on what is most important rather than physical things to grow closer to God. So for those outside of the faith community, something similar, if you've heard about minimalism, that's the idea of not having excess in your life in order to richly experience the things that really matter, like relationships and experiences. So how did that Lent practice impact you?
I was raised where you gave up things for Lent. I felt like God's been calling me to clean up for a long time, and
that's interesting.
I find it difficult. I mean, for years, and I thought, well, if I try to do this, I will be able to do it, because with God's help, I can achieve some of the things that I've been trying to do during this time. And I have things that I've been wanting to get rid of for a long time and not been able to, and because of this.
I'm going to stop you there, because she said something that was really interesting. You said you felt like you've been being called to clean up for a long time. What does that mean?
When I'm like, oh God, what do you want me to do? And I feel like it's clean your house.
Oh.
And I've heard that a lot of times, and I do believe that he really does want me to clean my house so I can be more open to visitors and guests, and not panic that somebody's going to come in and, oh my gosh, I've got things all around. So I've felt that for a while.
So you're talking about decluttering as a way to reduce your overwhelm and feel more open to other people in your home.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
And
that's cool.
And just so much stuff becomes, the stuff rolls you. I have to move the stuff from here to here.
Mm-hmm. I must confess, my laundry, I shoved upstairs. Just for you.
I'm trying to think if mine's shoved upstairs right now or not, but
there's even something hiding in my oven. So yes,
there you go.
I'm a clutter bug at heart.
That's definitely me.
Wow, well, thanks for sharing that. That's brave of you to admit that kind of thing. Is this your first experience of decluttering?
No, I find it very interesting, and I've been trying for years.
Okay.
And I read all the books, so I have quite a collection of books on
Okay.
on
Me too.
clutter and
Organizing,
organization.
right?
And I have improved tremendously
Yeah.
over the years. And each book gives me a little thing that's like, oh, that's a nice, helpful
Yeah.
thing. That so it's not my first, but it's my first major attempt of
Major,
getting
yeah.
rid of a lot
40
of
things for 40 days.
Yes.
That's major.
I was figuring out how much I've already gotten rid of. I mean, a couple truckloads, which was
Wow.
really, really nice. Some things are big, some things are just papers, but that's kind of neat too. Cards that are 25 years
That
old.
somebody sent you in the
Yes,
mail? Yes,
yes.
I'm sentimental too, so I keep things like that.
Yes.
So getting stuck in nostalgia, and I had a lot of paper clutter upstairs in my craft room. So that is a common
Yes.
struggle that people have, is like, or feeling like you have to read everything
Yes.
or touch everything. Journals, what were the reasons that you parted with things?
Clothes, a lot of times I have so many clothes. People give me clothes. I buy clothes at thrift stores, and
Mhm.
and a lot of them are very old, and some of them I do not even really like. I don't
Yeah.
look good in them, and it's like, so I finally told myself, I really don't look good in this, and I'm just going to get rid of it, and that was kind of good. But when I went back later, where are those pants? Like,
Uh-huh.
but you didn't look good in them anyway.
Okay.
So it really, and it's hard for me to get rid of clothes. But I thought, if I wore a different thing every day, I could go for a year. And not have to.
Exactly, yeah.
And I thought, how many pairs of pants do I really need, or dresses?
So do you know how many you have now?
I'm still working on this.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be a process.
Yes.
That's neat. Okay.
But like t-shirts is, oh my goodness.
Because you volunteer a lot at our church, so you probably have a lot of
Yes,
freebies.
Yes. And my children, she wore that playing volleyball, and they wore that playing tennis.
So you're even going through a stash of like what was your kids' stuff.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I have some. Oh, here. Do you want these?
Yeah.
Or do you want to go through them? But I think I got them when they were getting rid of them, and I said,
Right.
"Oh no, I can't do this." And
Right.
each year becomes easier, and sometimes I do this very quickly. For me to get rid of something, I have to do it without
Make a
thinking.
decision.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
can relate to that.
Yeah. I'll just like, okay, it's gone.
Hey, so what you've already talked about so far brought up something in my mind about how there's this thing going on, the KonMari method. You haven't heard of it?
I don't think so.
Okay, so a lot of people on YouTube and elsewhere, they read the book, The Life-Changing Art of Tidying Up. And in KonMari's method, she's a little cute Japanese lady, and she has people take everything in their house and pile it up. So all of the clothes that you have, pile it in one area, and then go through it and touch every item. Now, for someone like me who maybe deals with anxiety or has kids in a limited amount of time, that is too overwhelming. So what I like about your method is it's setting a goal for a period of time of how many things to get rid of. So I feel like this is really something that is manageable to put it into bite-sized pieces for somebody. Maybe you're dealing with hoarding, and maybe you're dealing with sentimental things that are hard for you to get rid of. This is a manageable way that if maybe the KonMari method didn't work for you, something like this would, where you set a number every day and just get rid of that many items. And like you said, it could even be like a piece of paper, maybe junk mail. But just reducing that overwhelm in your home to enable you to have more peace around you. And like you said, you have goals. You want to have people in your home and not feel that I don't know, maybe guilt or you want to hide stuff, or however you experience it. But, so did anything surprise you through this experience?
I think one of the biggest thing that surprised me was how much I have. I didn't really realize that until you start to think you could get rid of all the stuff that I've already gotten rid of, and I still have closets full. In our house, it's now my husband and I.
Yeah.
I guess that's it, just finding out how much I really had.
Yeah, I've experienced that too, of like going through craft things, going, oh, I didn't realize I had that, or I bought a few of them because I couldn't remember I had that. So I think a lot of people can relate to that.
That is another thing that different clothes I didn't know I had, or I'm wearing some different things, which I've really enjoyed that too, because it's like getting new things.
Right, it's
I
like a
forgot
shopping
I
trip
had
at your home.
this. Yes.
That's awesome. Do you have any takeaways for your future? Like, what did you learn in the process?
Well, it has helped me a lot of what I want to bring into the house. Because
Oh,
when I'm getting rid of, I don't want to be bringing a lot of more things in. So I am more intentional of what I will bring home.
that's great.
Yes.
So
that
so you're
has
like
helped.
nipping it in the bud that it won't get back to that spot.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying. I'm hoping to be successful.
That's really
But,
cool.
yes. And I have found sometimes I'm ready for bed at night, and all of a sudden I remember I didn't do, and I have made it every day to get rid of
Wow.
the 40 things. And sometimes it's, okay, I know where one drawer of papers is that I could probably quickly go through, or, sometimes it becomes more than, oh, these magazines or books.
Okay, so you said you're doing this for 40 days. How many more days do you have left? Like
I don't
three,
know.
3 weeks?
Well, till Easter I'm going to.
Okay, okay.
So it's actually more than 40 days
Oh,
because
okay. You started earlier.
Well, I thought Lent was just 40 days, but it's a little bit longer because I don't count Sundays.
Okay.
And plus, two is in the beginning, and I'm
Yeah.
gung-ho and ready to go.
So now that you say that was the beginning, do you feel like you'll be able to last?
Oh, definitely. Yes.
All right. Well, I hope that you enjoyed hearing Veronica's experience. I hope you feel inspired to go through your home and set a goal to declutter a certain amount of things. It doesn't have to be a span of 40 days. Maybe it could be a week. Little steps help. And I'm going to close with a quote from Lori Marrero, who was one of the first organizers actually on YouTube that helped me on my journey. And she said, "May you always feel happy and blessed for having more than enough." Have a good one. Bye. There was so much good stuff in this interview that I decided to save some content for part 2, in which Veronica goes into some really tough sentimental clutter that she dealt with and her thoughts behind that. So make sure to check that out. And if you enjoyed this interview and want to see more like it, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, click subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to hit the notification bell if you want to know when the next video is out. And I hope that you've been inspired.
I hope not.